Hello there, Aries. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your February 2024 tarot reading. This is going to be a monthly overview that we're going to pull some oracle cards, a full tarot spread with 2 tarot decks, and I am also an astrologer for those of you who haven't been with me very long. So we are going to touch on your main astrological themes. I will also be putting a video up that has a more in-depth overview of the astrology, just the astrology for the month of February. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. So Aries, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to just jump right in. We are in Aquarius season, which is actually a very nice energy for Aries. That creates a good pattern vibration to your sign. And so I do feel as we move through this month of February, that's going to feel nicer and nicer for you. So let's see what we have for your main keyword. Please, Spirit, let's see what we have for Aries. February 2024, what is their main energy and main focus for the month? Ooh, and we have sanctity. Very, very nice energy. So through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So it's sort of like even the little things that are done with great intention, or great love or purpose become very elevated. The first thing that I get intuitively when I see sanctity is like you kind of having your own space, you kind of having your own little sanctuary to sort of retreat to when you need to meditate, when you need to rest, when you just really need some downtime away from everyone. We have the Hindu deity Hanuman here in the artwork. So, it's a beautiful energy going on with that card for you, Aries. It makes me feel like you're very protected. And if you feel like you are not particularly protected right now, or you feel like you need to put maybe a little bit more, personal boundary around yourself, or really create your own sacred space where you can retreat to really, just recollect yourself, regroup, truly restore and recuperate. That's going to be real important for you for this month. So next, let's get into a numerology card for you. See what special number is coming up for February for Aries. And look at that. Yes. Oh my gosh. So perfect energy matching here with the sanctity energy is self-love. Number 61, which, the sixes are very much about love and connection, but the number 1 is all about ourself, our identity. And Aries, you are, of course, the number 1 sign. So I always say that about Aries. I said the best lessons that Aries teach us here on earth is to love ourselves and to protect and value ourselves more, right? Many times you'll hear that more negative interpretation of Aries. People will say, oh, they're just really selfish and all they care about is them, and me. And sure, that can be the way it is. There's always a high and low vibration version of every sign. But to me, the high vibing Aries is like, love yourself, pour into your own cup first. And that's a truly valuable lesson. And it's so critical to having personal happiness, personal contentment. And it really, of course, we know, when we're doing those kind of things for ourselves, it vibrates out into the world. That's the feeling that I'm getting with you coming into February here, is that, you're having this, self-love energy. It's, you're recognizing where you need more space, more time. Even the little things will be very valuable to you in terms of that. So very nice energy there, Aries. Let's get into some crystals or gemstones next. Let's see which ones of these are best for you to work with this month. And we have the carnelian. Have you noticed? Look at all this color. We've got this very reddish orange, which to me is very much that connection between like the root and the sacral chakra. And that's what the carnelian is about, is the root and the sacral. So I feel like when you go within and when you really prioritize yourself, there's going to be a lot of creativity here that comes out of that, because our sacral is a super creative space. And the root is, of course, more grounded. It's stabilizing. It's getting connected with the earth. It increases your self-confidence. So that's a great stone for you to work with. But I am just sort of amazed, Aries, at how, this color is running through this reading so far. On the bottom of the deck, I always like to give you an extra one. This one's a nice, kind of light aqua blue with the aquamarine. And this is the card of courage. It is also the throat chakra. So it may take just a little bit of oomph for some of you to speak your truth, right? Not all Aries are as brash and bold as the other, right? So if you are one of the more soft-spoken Aries out there, a little bit of aquamarine may help you to have a little more confidence. You can wear that near the throat chakra. It'll help you to speak your truth. Tell people like it is, and tell them, I need my space. I need time for myself. I need to take care of me. If I don't do that, I can't take care of anybody else, right? So that is very beautiful. Let's get into next a spiritual guardian or ally who is maybe coming in to help you. Let's ask which one of you is here to help Aries the most for February 2024. And we have Green Tara. Look at that. And she is such a protective energy. Like I said, even if you aren't feeling at your most protected, you're really bringing in energies that are, helping you to have that sort of, almost like an energy field around you that keeps trouble out, that keeps negative people out. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. This is also a great, deity, goddess to call upon if you need help with that kind of thing, with, letting go of people who are bad for you, just simply put, people that bring you down, people that you may, have had a very strong connection with in the past, but now it's time to move on and you really need to cut those energetic cords. This is a beautiful healing energy. I would say both Hanuman and Tara are just perfect for that. So next, let's get into your tarot here, Aries. I have a really fun new little tarot deck I'm using. I thought it was perfect for Aquarius season because it is the tarot of curious creatures, which I think Aquarians are definitely rather curious creatures. As an Aquarius rising, I can certainly vouch for that, but that was a fun gift I received for New Year's, and so that's just a real fun one. You'll probably get a kick out of it. It's very quirky and cute. So let's see, Spirit, what do we got for Aries in the tarot for February 2024? Let's get a nice, clear picture of everything that's unfolding for them that they're meant to know about. And we will be clarifying this with a second deck, so we get lots of good messages on each card. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Yes, that's the cord cutting right there, Aries. I can tell you that right now. So, yeah, Green Tara was coming out for a reason on that. Let's start out with it. Yeah, present energy, center of the month, central feeling. That is the Eight of Swords. This is a time when it is hard to not overthink, right? That is a trap of our own making right there, and only we can set ourselves free. This can be a part of your self-love journey, absolutely, because this is like, I love myself enough to cut through these cords, to free myself of these old burdens, these old self-perceived barriers. Anything where you've told yourself you're not good enough, where your self-confidence or esteem has been lacking, also comes into that. So this, again, is why it's so important. Over here, with that carnelian, it's time to build your self-confidence, your self-love, your self-worth, to have the courage to say no when something or someone is just not doing right by you. Absolutely. Let's get a clarifier on this. And we have the Ace of Swords here. Oh my goodness. So look at that. You cannot ask for a bigger, better gift. There's Spirit coming in with the ultimate sword to help you cut through those cords. I feel very strongly with this connection here, Aries, that even though with the Eight of Swords, it's usually this is something that, it's up to us to cut through this. It's up to us to let go of negative thoughts, negative people, circumstances that we put ourselves in that feel very limiting. It is up to us to get out of this. But I feel when you reach out for spiritual guidance or help, or really just say to Spirit, I need some help with this. It's like that comes rushing in. Like you really get what you need to move through that in a bold way. And if there's anything in your life right now that you feel confused about, there's that, blindfold on her in the Eight of Swords. You may really start to see the clarity, right? Because to me, the Ace of Swords is a card of clarity. It's victory, it's success. Anything that was confusing is no longer confusing. Like you get the answers that you're looking for. In the immediate past, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I do feel that you've been already on a journey of self-love and self-worth. I feel like you've started to really recognize that you have amazing gifts to offer, that you've already come so far. Even if you feel that you have a lot further to go, Aries, it's like when you look behind you, you're like, oh my gosh, I have overcome so much. I have done so much. And because of it, you have a greater sense of grounding within yourself, stability within yourself. You have greater foresight. That's just a wonderful card to be coming from. And in a way, I almost feel like dealing with this Eight of Swords business is sort of that last push of changing self-defeating narrative or shifting your focus away from more of that worried mind, right? And it's normal. It's absolutely normal in our human progression. Sometimes it's like that. We'll make a big breakthrough and then something will happen that threatens to pull us back, or does pull us back into, old habits, but you can get through them. It's just a matter of practice. Sometimes we get off track, right? Even if we're trying to stay on track, we get off track. But if we can see it, be self-aware, self-correct, that's what's important. It's not if we make a mistake. It's not if we slip up. It's whether we get ourselves back to where we really do want to be. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. Yep, Five of Swords. So I do feel like you have made a definite choice for some of you. There could have absolutely been a really negative relationship or partnership in your life. Could have been, a coworker, could have been a love interest, could have been even a family member, a friend. But the Five of Swords to me is definitely should I stay or should I go? And it's really making that choice to cut ties with people that usually aren't very good for you, to be honest. Five of Swords individuals tend to be, very self-serving. They don't mind stepping on others to get ahead. It's really kind of classic narcissism in a lot of ways. And they don't mind leading you down a negative path either. So I almost get this really clear, and this is going to be really specific. I know these are general readings, but this could be a very specific thing here, is that I get the feeling like you were doing so much better. Things were going, you're doing better at work, doing better in life, etc. It's made somebody jealous. Maybe they really tried to tear you down. Maybe they even pulled you off track for a while by sort of putting you down and getting you, really rethinking if you're really worth it or valuable. And now you're kind of seeing it. You're like, oh my gosh, I've been all in my head about this. And it's time to clear the air. It's time to cut these cords or ties with these, whoever this is, that really, kind of took you to the more negative, older version of yourself. If that is you, if that is a situation you've been in, Aries, yes, I would absolutely walk away from whoever this is, because they're not going to get better, but you are. Going into the immediate future, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So this is the work-life balance coming in, strong Capricorn energy. Mars, your ruling planet, is in Capricorn this month until February 12th. Then it moves into Aquarius. So I would say the first 2 weeks, or so of February, you're going to be working very hard. But I think that, as it shifts into Aquarius in the middle of the month, you're going to feel a little more life balance come back in, which is good. Because if you've been working yourself really hard, it's time to take a bit of a break. You need to have an exhale as well as an inhale here. And look at that. Yes, Four of Wands. Take time to celebrate, take time to be home, take time to connect with the people that you really care about and really care about you. Four of Wands can certainly be soulmate energy or a very strong relationship energy. So I do feel if you're single, it's like, yeah, taking some time for yourself can lead to greater opportunities in love. And if you're already in a relationship, I do feel like it's a good thing to take some time out of work to just reconnect with your special person or your friends. On the subconscious card, what you're feeling within here, Aries, is our Ace of Pentacles. So absolutely, you have a core of confidence deep down. You really do. You know what the right path for you is. I think you really do have an inner compass at this time. Nobody can tell you what's wrong or right for you. You just have a deep knowing. And with the aces, you know, that to me is always the hand of spirit coming in and granting us some kind of gift. And that may be what you're very focused on, is really manifesting the things that you want to see happen, you know, in a tangible, physical way. Yes, but it's got you in your head again, right? Nine of Swords. After that would be the Wheel of Fortune. So it's sort of like, I do feel like this is something that maybe you've been stressed out about. It's actually very interesting in this reading how we have these very positive pentacle cards followed up by these swords cards, which are really difficult, you know? And I feel like there's this almost like a split. I think deep in your core, like, you know your worth, you know your value. Don't let anyone dissuade you from that, you know, because the Nine of Swords is just those thoughts that go round and round. Eight of Swords is thoughts that go round and round. These are things that keep you up at night, that make you feel stressed and anxious. I do feel it's changing, though, with that Wheel of Fortune. The Ace of Swords, I feel like there is something that is shifting the way that you've either thought about yourself in the past. It's also shifting you away from people who tend to bring you down or feed into that negativity that can make it even worse, right? It's one thing to talk to ourselves negatively, but then if other people are outside of us doing it too, oof, you know, it's the two, you know, the two punch, it's just too much. You know, I recommend absolutely the self-love, the self-worth. Start talking to yourself the way you want to be talked to, right? Don't put yourself down. Don't beat yourself up, Aries. This is time to be very loving with your inner dialogue. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit, is the Seven of Swords. So look at this. We got 7, 8, 9. And we got a 5 behind us. I just feel like there's a lot of sword energy here. You know, to me, the 7 and the 5 are two of the most challenging ones because these can really indicate people that do not have our best interest at heart. So Aries, you know, this is to me just a real wake-up month where you kind of say, I know I know who I need to separate from. I know who I need distance from and complete, you know, break off with. For some of you, it could mean, you know, you go get a different job somewhere. Could mean you leave a relationship. It could mean a lot of different things depending on who you are. But there's definitely this energy of, you know, challenging people that are not bringing out the best in you because they don't know how to bring out the best in themselves, right? We can only give what we have. And we have the moon. So yeah, there's definitely been some deception. I think you may be slow to come out of it. But yeah, this is definitely deceptive energy when you have a 7 of Swords with the moon there, right? You know, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Pisces, Cancer even, but we've got this Knight of Pentacles, slow but steady wins the race. I do think that you will get out of this. It may take, you know, some work. I think it will take, you know, just diligent effort each day and treating yourself well, because when you're being really good to yourself and approving and affirming yourself every day, it's going to be a lot harder for anyone negative to come in there and put you down or tear you down, because you will be so centered on yourself and knowing your value. So Aries, let's get some advice on this. The Magician, yep. Two of Cups. I think better relationships are on the way. I truly do. And the Five of Cups here. You're definitely letting go of something or someone emotionally, no doubt. Suggested approach is the Magician. So yes, I love that they used the little polar bear for this, because I feel like it's kind of that message of follow your North Star, right? Take all of your resources, passions, abilities, put your mind to it, Aries. You're going to be able to manifest what you want. And with that number one energy again, it feels like a whole new life. It feels very much focused on you, your own path, your own journey. And Knight of Wands. So yes, your suggested, approach is to just really think like the alchemist. What do I want to create? What do I want to achieve? Knight of Wands is, where do I want to go, right? How do I want to get there? Very pioneering energy, Sagittarius energy. So I do think, this is a time of charging forward, moving ahead. You might even be planning a trip or vacation, a move. Those are the kind of things that are absolutely suggested for this February. What you need to know is the Two of Cups. So I definitely feel that there is, there's better connections, better love energies, better relationships that are very healing to your heart on the horizon. And I feel like, after you've gone through, some really challenging times and probably some difficult encounters with unscrupulous people, it's like it's time for you to come into those better relationships. And part of it is because you're prioritizing yourself. Look at that. Wow. Ace of Cups clarifying. So some of these, especially, gosh, if you are a single Aries, you may not be single for long. That's big love. That's a huge blessing. So definitely do your socializing this month, Aries, because you could be meeting new friends, new associations, new allies, new love, that just has an absolutely wonderful potential of healing your heart, just blessing your life, going into the hopes and fears. Yep, there's the Fool card, which I love because it's the dog. You know how in the traditional Fool card, it's always the dog warning the guy, but the dog is like, I'm going to take the leap of faith now. So much fun, this deck. So to me, this is you definitely like hesitating back and forth, because again, it's hopes and fears. It's like you're kind of like, I hope I know to take the leap of faith, but I'm a little afraid of it too, right? Which I think is very normal. But listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition, Aries. Take the steps you're guided to take here. Yeah, and look at the Page of Cups. Oh my goodness. So literally when it comes to like talking to new friends, new love interests, like you will know the right ones to, connect with a little bit deeper and stronger as time goes by. And I also feel that if, some of these really nasty folks come back into your life, or try, like they might, because they might come back and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, please forgive me, just so I can do it again, right? And likewise, again, the leap of faith can sometimes be leaping away from something. So listen to your intuition, Aries. Outcome card at the end of the month is the Five of Cups. So I absolutely feel this. It's like I think that there have been some very disappointing things that have happened, but I also think there's a lot of beautiful things getting ready to happen. Grieve appropriately, let your emotions out about it, do what you need to do to process, whatever's been difficult. But once it's gone, do your very best to let it go and just start getting busy with so many good things in your own life that you don't really have a whole lot of time to think about the things that didn't work out. With some of this, I feel like some things don't work out, so even better things can. Let's get a clarifier on this one. Yeah, Six of Swords, honeys, you are doing great. Oh, you are leaving behind the old drama, the chaos, the baggage, the burdens, anything that wasn't good for you. And you might have had to make a bit of a sacrifice. It might have been a tough thing in some ways to let that go. But this is so positive. Like you're saying, all right, and I can literally feel it. Like you're saying, I've felt sad enough over that. I have felt down enough over that. It's time for me to move on. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands, your own energy, very happy, playful, more enthusiastic, upbeat energy. And we have the Chariot, so it's rushing in, right? It's going fast. It's moving into your life very quickly there. Really, really nice reading, guys. It feels very specific kind of message for y'all this month. Let's get an affirmation on this for you, Aries. And again, look at this. We have the Master, because I do feel you are reaching a new level. You're mastering self-love, self-worth, and you're understanding your true value. You can solve your problems naturally and clearly. Proceed with courage and a decisive strategy. Let your opponent underestimate you. A Taoist master uses soft to conquer hard. Leverage the power of your adversary to your advantage. So absolutely, Aries, you're coming into a lot of strength here. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. And be sure to give this a like, a thumbs up. Share it with anyone you think might enjoy it. And be sure to subscribe for more content in the future. Have a wonderful month, and I'll be seeing you again soon.